Good morning, everybody. This is the difference between installing metal in your valley and peel and stick. This is our peel and stick product. It has a glue on the back. You peel the paper off, you stick it in the valley. The difference between the two products is this is galvanized metal. Well, we all know when it gets cold and it gets warm in the middle of the day, this will move. This can move up to 2 inches. So what happens is this shingle is laid in that valley like that. The glue tab is on the back of the shingle right here. This is what sticks to the next shingle. Because that glue tab is on the back, when this metal expands, it moves the shingle. It can move the shingle up to 1 inch, up to 1.5 inches. Okay? Our product is peel and stick. This is our product. This will not expand and detract. When the shingle sets on that in the valley, the shingle will lay there forever. It cannot move. It's rubber and it's got a glue on it. It glues down. When that shingle's laid on there, it's there. It cannot move because this was rubber. It will not expand and detract. The metal, however, will. And something else with this, when you penetrate a nail through this, it's almost like penetrating a nail through a piece of bubble gum. The actual peel and stick, it will seal around the nail so there is no leaks. Now we're over here on the ridge, and I want to explain the difference between the ridge vent that's being used today and still being used today, and the difference between our ridge vent. Okay, if you look at this ridge vent, I'm going to stretch it out for you so you can see what's underneath it. If you look here on the side, you can see these. They look like fish scales. This is the only thing that lets the air out of the attic. It has one on this side and one on the other. Now, not only is that the only thing that lets the air out of the attic, this is installed like that on the peak, and it has this nail in it like that. It's 1.25 inch nail. They nail it in there like that. That's what holds this on there. After about 2 or 3 years' time, that nail starts to work itself loose, and this ridge vent will leak everywhere them nails are in there. Now, our product, as you can see on the back here, it has these huge baffles here. This is what lets the heat out of that attic. And if you look at our product against theirs, ours is much wider. It's a very wide product, so we get more coverage on the peak of the roof. And not only do we get more coverage, we use a nail that is much longer. This is the nail that holds down your ridge vent, and this is the nail that holds down our ridge vent. And if you look at the nail, it's ring shanked from the bottom of the nail all the way to the top. That goes in that hole, and it goes through the wood at least 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Where this one here only goes through the wood 1/4 inch. That's what holds on their ridge vent. And this ridge vent here will get a cap over it, which looks a lot nicer than this sticking up on the peak of your roof. This gets a shingle over cap on top, and it just makes everything look so much nicer. And as you can see, I have a lot better coverage here for no wind to get up under. And as you can see on the small piece, the coverage is not very good. There's only just this little bit right here, and that's the only coverage we have. Okay, we're on the other side of the roof now. This is what a lot of installers use. This is what they call aluminum drip edge. You can see here, it's got about 1.5 inch top face on it. This is actually the part where the shingle applies to, and you can see it here. This is ours. This is a galvanized, much wider face, much stronger, much heavier metal. And this is the reason why a lot of people shouldn't use this, because it's, as you can see, it's very flimsy. You can bend it. This one here is much harder. It's a galvanized, much harder to bend. And you can see this will go on there like that. That's our coverage. And you can see this piece when it goes on, that's our coverage. We have a wider coverage here where we can tar this in, and the shingles will be applied to the outer edge for wind and everything to keep them from blowing up.